Good afternoon. Welcome to Friday's live art demonstration from Upbeat Artworks here in Portage Place Shopping Center. If you're not familiar, Upbeat Artworks is a part of Artbeat Studio. We're a not-for-profit charity that really believes in the healing power of creativity and art. So what we have behind us and all around us is all the art of folks who've gone through our programming. There's more on that on our website if you want to check it out, artbeatstudio.ca. But for today, we're here in the gallery doing some live art. Specifically, we're going to be doing some rock painting. I do want to remind folks, if you are tuning in today to watch some things coming up tonight specifically, we have a show opening at Artbeat Studio in the Exchange. If you're familiar, Artbeat Studio is located at 62 Albert Street up on the 4th floor. And we have this show that is a collaborative show between artists and artist friends and staff of Artbeat and just everyone working together to create new artwork. So I've seen a preview of the show, super awesome. It looks incredible. So tonight we'll be there from 5:30 to 9. If you can make it down, come check it out. Otherwise, it's going to be up for another 2 or 3 weeks after tonight's opening. So please do come check it out. But for today, we're here making some art on some rocks. So I'm going to flip it around. We're going to talk about one of our artists, Daria. So I'll just flip it and introduce you to Kate. Hi, Kate.
Happy Friday.
How's it going?
It's going good today. It's nice weather outside. It's still summer.
Yeah.
We want to feel summer today.
It's so hot.
Any other thoughts? And first of all, I want to introduce the new artist to Winnipeg. And this is Daria Tretiak. Daria Tretiak, born in Chernihiv, northern Ukraine in 2002, started with a drawing tablet from her parents. Later, her ongoing work towards a diploma in painting at the Ukrainian National Academy of Fine Arts and Architecture in Kiev was temporarily interrupted by the full-scale invasion of Ukraine. In 2022, she audited for some time at the Krakow, Poland Academy of Fine Arts before coming to Winnipeg, where she has worked at Cineplex. As inspirations, Daria cites the classics of Ukrainian realist art, including Ilya Repin and early modernist Alexander Murashko, but also Gustav Klimt and contemporary Kazakh online artist Emiliana. A fan of fantasy novels since childhood, she says a current favorite is Brandon Sanderson's The Way of Kings, about ancient wars for human survival and the primacy of the path over the goal. Having been uprooted, Daria's art creates around myself something of my own, thus helping to control my life. Artbeat Studio space and the comfort of new friends here have helped ease the struggle of starting over in Canada, she says. Daria's current work includes traditional portraiture and human form, rendered in painterly style in oil on canvas, and charcoal on paper. The figures, often in pairs, contemplate mirrors and artworks from different eras. Though, she says, atmosphere is more important than thematic references, her obvious recurring interests are connections between times, media, and human beauty, along with sisterhood and national social distinctions. Specifically, I'd like to substitute a more authentic Ukrainian context for older imperial stereotypes, she says. Photo by Kevin Grammett, by Michael Rennie.
Beautiful. So these are a couple of the pieces that we have of Daria. They're here at Upbeat Artworks. If you're interested and want to come see them in person, please do. We are located on the 2nd floor of Portage Place Shopping Center, just past the Dollarama. You can't miss us. But today, we are here to make some art. If you're tuning in, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. But today we have Tiff. Hi, Tiff.
Hi.
And we have some rocks. So one of the things that we do a lot as an organization is we use rocks as a canvas to paint on. So you're going to see us working with some Posca markers. That's one of our, one of these guys, yeah. And then we're going to be working on these rocks?
I'll join in a second. I'm just sharing the live right away.
Oh yeah. The rocks are kind of neat. We actually have a rock garden at Studio Central. Studio Central is our urban art center located again in Portage Place, just across from Upbeat Artworks. But our kindness garden has rocks from different folks who make art on the rocks, leave it there, and you can come leave a rock or take a rock. It's a very sort of reciprocal garden.
Okay, I'm joining in with the conversation. I just shared it so everyone could join the live. And I usually start with just ordering supplies. And ordering supplies does not mean that I order everything. The major supply for me is usually white and black Posca paint marker. And then anything else could be used, unless I'm going for a very smooth and nice looking image, I would buy everything new, but I got plenty of paint markers that are not new. They still can be used, and these were used a couple times during our rock painting events. And I decided not to print anything because I wanted to go from actually a feeling rather than offering an image. Everyone has their own feeling about this time of the year, and mine is a little mixed. My son went to college, it's his first year. My daughter is on her second year of college, and I feel like it's back to school something for me, even though I'm not at school. And I still do not want to feel anything going into the fall direction. Even the colors we chose are fall welcoming, but it's still not fall, it's late summer. And as I grew up in Ukraine, we didn't have that idea of this is still summer, we just called it fall. When I was growing up, it was just fall already. It started September 1st. So when I came to Canada, it was actually new to me that people resisted. They want to call it summer. By the 22nd, officially, we still have summer. And I want to feel summer, I don't want to feel fall. Which I accepted easily because I like summer. And I was thinking, as much as we can extend it, with which field you want to put on a rock. So what I put in the garden goes into someone else's. Everyone can see the rock passing by because the rock garden is standing a little bit out, facing the corridor, so anyone who passes by can actually see what's there. And I want to create the mood that is late summer, basically. So it's not fall yet, but it's not full-blown summer. So let's say, what do I want to do with it? My first idea was some kinds of harvest. So it could be something like watermelons, grapes, something like that. Also, I don't want to go into the combo of landscape with greens and yellows and oranges because it still tells me fall.
Right.
Early fall, so I'm keeping that for later.
So no pumpkins.
No pumpkins, no, please, not yet. Not yet, even though I actually bought one pumpkin latte bottle there.
Oh yeah.
But it was not that, it was just summer pumpkin.
Yeah.
I'm not getting there. I got the raspberry tea today, so. Yeah, so if I want to paint ice cream, I can paint it all year. So I do not call it summer.
Totally.
Just I can paint anything. But also I thought instead of doing acrylic, we could create some really bright and nice looking image. Doesn't have to be bright. No, I don't want to impose that, but for myself, I like brightness. And I also was thinking to relate it a little bit to what I'm feeling. And what I'm feeling, I was checking on Rosh Hashanah images. It's still early, it's in October, but I already started checking what I want to do this year. And what I want to do is actually painting a rock, as it starts becoming a tradition for me to paint a rock for Rosh Hashanah each year, and I release it. But I'm not getting into that direction yet because it's a month ahead. So what do I want to do? Something that can brighten mood
Yeah.
of people that do not want food.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
something like this. And then you
I like
can
that even
go
the
from
ice cream
there.
cone.
Ice cream
I'm
cone?
gonna do an ice cream cone. Yeah.
I can actually do something random. You could just tell me a random word, I'll look for it. Okay, maybe just grapes. Harvest. Grapes. Images. And
Cool.
getting
What are you doing?
Floral wreath.
So there are 3 kinds of grapes here, 2 kinds of grapes here. I don't know, maybe I'll make something like this. Just green. I actually never drew grapes that were different color than green. Mine were always green. So I think maybe I can draw red grapes.
Maybe a challenge for you.
It might be. Should just settle with.
I feel like green grapes would really pop against that rock.
Yeah.
Come on, paint.
Grapes in space. Okay, I'm just going through some fun stuff here. You know, maybe I'll just pick a very standard green grape. Just not to feel intimidated. Okay. And I open this, but I'm not using this for the outlines here. It's going to be something I use for tiny lines. So my preference would, like for this work, would be to actually choose the older paint marker. Which one? Okay, this one is not actually lines. Here.
This one's sparkly.
Yeah, some rocks have this little inclusion of
Are these rocks from the?
Oh, these are from Amazon, and it's the first try of me buying this.
Okay.
They cost $50 plus tax.
Yeah.
For how many was it? 90?
It's advertised as 98 rocks.
Yeah.
But what I received is 90 or 91.
Around there. Yeah.
5 or 6 of them were like kind of not flat. They were a little,
Okay.
out of shape.
Not good for using.
So they are still, for some artists actually look for unfamiliar shapes that are not, that depends on what you're making. But I was looking for just flat rocks, because that I'm not focusing on the shape of the rock
Yeah.
usually when I paint on them. Yeah, so it's
These
something,
are nice.
I really like them. They're very
Yeah.
smooth, they come very clean.
Yeah.
I did not realize, but when I received them, the package says made in China. I don't know exactly why. Yeah, so I did not research much. I just wanted flat rocks. But yeah, the next time it's going to be a trip to Ron Paul.
Yeah.
And this
But also, I
is,
do like these.
I love them. They're great rocks.
Maybe I'll make balloons. So I erased my ice cream cone because it just was.
No. Okay, do you want, for some thin lines for balloons, I would recommend this, but it
Sure.
just needs to be started.
Sure.
I did not.
If you haven't worked with paint markers, it's an actual there's actual like paint inside of this marker. So to activate it, you have to shake it. There's a little nub. So when you start to work with it, you have to press the nub in to get the paint to come down to the tip. And you get a really cool, like, the line is so smooth with paint markers.
Okay, so it's easier for me to actually go around it and then work on this. So I actually I choose a really thick marker. And as I said, I wanted brighter colors. So I'm just going with random colors around, creating some kind of a really bright background, so I could throw in all kind of coloring. Just considering that the grapes are green, I'm not putting greens right near them, but I can put them anywhere else. Just don't put them there. I can throw in some dark inside, especially underneath. It can be darker if I want to show the shade, the shadow, sorry, not the shade, underneath. And then it can be any marker, which could be even metallic. I could take one of this. These are unopened. But you're not. Just want to use up the older ones. Okay, So I have some kind of a background that I can work on afterwards. So it doesn't have to be perfect at first, because the lines would be added on top of that, but at least I have some kind of a base I can work with. And then I do not forget to clean my fingers in between because, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I love
Balloons.
those lines. They're great.
Great, and then I'm moving to what I was drawing. Okay, so I have so I need to start the black now because I want to go with tiny outlines afterwards, and I don't want to focus on that afterwards.
You like that effect that you created with the paint markers?
I need something to work because I don't want to do this work after. It's something I can relate to when I paint it.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Thanks. I'm hoping this is going to dry white like it did on my other marker, or like my other rock. It'll be like a sailboat. And I used this to do kind of a background on it, and then I just used the texture of the rock.
Using that texture to, as if it's like a mountain in the background.
Yeah, exactly. Even when I'm wearing a sweater, it's still summer.
I tried to keep it with summer as much as I could.
I feel like both Tiff and I have embraced fall. Sweaters, long, I might keep black denim shirt on.
I got my long black dress on. I'm like, it is a summer dress though, but I'm styling it for fall. Because it's chilly this morning. We went for a walk to the bagel place.
Ooh. Which bag?
Hudson Bagel.
Oh, nice. It's like,
on Sugar Road.
yeah.
Very close to me. It only takes like 10 minutes to walk there, so it's a good breakfast. Let's go out. We had company stay over last night from out of town, so we just took a walk down there this morning.
Okay.
We usually go to the pancake house, but we felt like something different.
With the forks?
Usually we go to the one out by Pool Park, actually.
Oh, okay. I never went to Gold Park location.
Yeah, it's where the Clarion used to be. It's a medical boarding house now, and the pancake house is there to serve medical boarding house, but they serve the public too. So
Okay.
they're very, very kind there. I would highly recommend it. And the decor is kind of neat because it's like earthy but also abstract. And they still got all those old plates on the wall that they used to have. They look fancy.
Was our little tradition from my family to go to the forks and go to pancake house.
Oh, nice.
But then this summer we switched to Virgins
Oh, okay.
because my mom wanted it, and she's the only person that did not actually like pancake house as much because
Okay.
I don't know, in their menu there's just very little of what she likes.
Yeah.
So we switched to Virgins this year.
What's the place called? Fergus?
Fergus, fish and chips.
Oh, yeah, Fergus.
Oh, Fergus.
Oh, Fergus?
Or Fergus, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I mispronounced. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay.
I was just pronouncing it as Fergus. Okay, that's when it comes from reading. Okay. I read it and I assume it's pronounced.
Where's
this way.
Fergie's again?
It's at the forts.
Oh yeah.
The last row, I believe,
Yep.
on the very right.
And I think they serve the fish like in that sort of traditional like newspaper.
Yes, they got the
Yes.
paper and wax paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got one at St. Child and I think at Oak Park too. They must be doing pretty well with their fish and chips. I was gonna try to put a cloud, but the marker didn't work. So I'm trying something different.
You want to like
No, I don't wanna get it colored. I don't wanna color the tip of it.
for this purpose I had other one. Oh
Yeah.
them.
It was turning the cloud green, so I wanted something different. We don't want tornado clouds, no thank you. Okay, maybe we'll just go cloud instead. It's a beautiful blue sky today. No clouds inside.
This blue is pretty.
Yes. Yes. I was working a little bit on the background. I did not find any color I would actually like to use, and it's probably just painted differently. I was thinking. Okay. Oh, that's cute.
That's so
Adorable.
And then the flowers.
Nice. How are you feeling about what you're doing? Still feel summer?
I'm feeling good about it, and yes, it is making me feel like
Yeah.
summer. Yeah, it really is.
I want this feel to last as long as it can.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to get nice next week too. It is nice today. Like it's gorgeous out.
It's the first day I wore a jacket actually. It's a little cool. Okay, so for the beginning, that's what I'm getting. So this is something that doesn't look like grapes yet. It's just a basic shape. So just show what I got so far. So this is basically black, white, and two greens, but they're not as separated yet. So this is
Oh,
what I'm
cute.
getting.
It's nice.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, so what I start working on, I needed to rest a little bit. Then I make the green brighter. So I'm going through each of them again. So I go with this green a couple times. And then I just start working on the shape with darker green. It could be gray, doesn't have to be dark green. And then some highlights with white. So I'm working simply, I'm not adding additional colors here or anything like that, just green. Okay, and then if this gets messed up, I'm cleaning it. And as long as I share the live in the raw group I belong to, so you can check on notifications from time to time. We might get some.
It's very, very relaxing doing this, I find. A lot of art's
I
relaxing.
chose the work that is relaxing actually. I did not want to make myself sweat too much.
Yeah.
You didn't want to stress today.
Well, it's,
No.
it's our Friday art demo, right?
Plus
Like,
it's the show we're going to, and
Yeah.
to get some of the excitement.
yes. Are you gonna pop by the show?
I'm gonna try, yeah.
Good. And again, we have a show tonight at 62 Albert Street.
4th floor.
If you want to meet 3 rock painters in person, tonight's your chance, because we'll be there. Yeah, my balloons are going good. I'll probably have to redo some of the white outlines, but otherwise it's looking good. I also like how the paint markers, my experience with working with rocks and like painting onto rocks, sometimes the rock really absorbs the paint medium, but paint markers just have a really good opacity, and they just really, the coverage on a rock is really good, I find.
Yeah, they work really well to cover the surface.
Yes.
They're supposed to look like lilacs. I think they just look like little purple grains.
Love lilacs. That reminds me of summer.
That's what I
That
think.
burst,
For me, lilacs would be spring.
that rush of that scent.
They always hit me midsummer because we have lilac bushes down the street and they're always in bloom at that time of year. And unfortunately, I get migraines from it. I still love them.
Yeah, there are lilacs that bloom in summer here, and I just grew up in, like, I had a lilac bush behind me,
okay.
and it was a spring.
Okay, yeah. This silver green, or this metallic green matches the other one like perfectly. That's so fun. I love that. Oh, that's so cute. Look at all the colors you picked.
What should my last balloon be?
I think it should be some kind of green.
Green. Oh, green. Yes, yes.
I don't know how well this one works.
Okay, take this green, that's good.
Okay.
We have about 20 minutes left. A little more than 20 minutes. So I'm gonna steal the rock.
And again, these rocks, when we're done, I think we're gonna put them over at the Kindness Garden.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got the varnish, so we could just
Cool.
leave them for like half an hour and then varnish them.
Varnish. Okay. Yeah. So as we're working on these, once we finish up this lab, we finish around 2. We'll keep working on these. We're gonna varnish them, gutsy them up, and make them all pretty. And we'll post pictures of the end results. So after the video, if you check back on our Facebook page, you'll see pictures of what we have completed.
And then I keep moving to lighter color, so it's white and this. And as you see, see, I'm not doing it in a way where I could actually see each of the grapes separately. I am just making it simpler. So I'm just adding a little tiny bit of white inside and spread it with some light green if I need to. And if it's too light, I'm just adding the salad green again. So I do not think I can add a lot to this research because I was always just painted simply. And then after, when it's already done, it's where I look at where highlights and shadows are. If I actually want to work on them.
I think the thing I like about paint markers is there's no right or wrong way to use them. You just kind of use them and they work.
Okay, I was looking at, okay, there we go. I was looking at something and it just disappeared. It's quite strange. Second part is dark brown. I don't have the dark brown, so I can put a little tiny bit of black. Then brown. I'll do for what I'm doing. This part is dark too. the shape of each of them. Some of them are a little curved. They're not really straight, and I could modify the shape on this stage.
How's this one? Well, the balloons look pretty good. Like, part of me wants to draw like a hand holding the strings, but I can't do hands, so I don't want to ruin it. Oh, you did ice cream.
I tried.
Oh my god, that's so good. Oh, that is summer. Yeah.
I should have done one in yellow, but I wasn't thinking. Let's make it. Maybe it's yellow and green. I got some kind of green. Just wait for the cone to dry. But I put too much paint on it. I got more patient with this than I am with my watercolor.
Well, this can give a little bit more interest in. It dries faster than watercolor from my point of view, but also what I find watercolor on paper is great. Like, I don't want it to fade off the rock because they're going outside. So I'm just keeping it as bright as I can. I had some rocks that we made with watercolors. That's the art that can be upgraded eventually if someone really likes it, but it's recommended to not put it outside. So this would be the rocks that people put in the planters inside of the house. Okay, so this is something I could stop on, but I'm not stopping on this. I'm just going with some outlines. So this is actually something that
So good.
it is quite, it looks okay.
Yeah,
already,
it looks
right?
like a big bunch of
But
grapes.
here, I could go and check on more, like where it's lighter now. So for this staging, it 2 colors. So I'm just making parts of it lighter. And now I'm looking where it's located. So this part lighter, this side. And then I'm just going to even them up with the outline that's going to be green, not black. Some green is staying as an outline still, but I'm covering a little bit more.
How are we for time?
We have 9 minutes left.
Okay, now we need the green. So I'm just going over the areas that are darker now. So I'm looking at what's dark. Okay, and now finishing up with, again, these 2.
Okay.
And I'll be done. So it's just layering a little bit.
Yeah.
I just left it loose for like 5 minutes, just putting grains randomly.
Okay.
And then I'm just coming back to a little bit more of the shape, but I'm not keeping focus on all of that. Really, exactly.
Well, maybe we'll wrap up then, because we are going to keep working on what you're seeing. And as I said before, once we have our rocks varnished and looking
Shiny.
all glammed, then we'll take some photos and post those. But for today, we'll wrap up our rock painting sesh. I'll just actually pull up a few to show. So here we go. That's the one I did. The balloons. Cute. And Kate, can we bring yours up?
Mine's, yeah, so it's a lot of brush up still.
So still, these are all like works in progress, and once we get the resin onto it, then you'll see a very different rock.
Sealer.
Or sealer,
I
yes.
actually was planning to bring resin, and my bag got too full, so I didn't have it.
And a beautiful ice cream cone from Tiff.
I'm trying to do a beach ball, but it looks more like the Eye of Sauron, so I don't know if that one's gonna work.
And some lilacs. I love this kind of wreath. This little transitional wreath that still sort of says yes to summer, but acknowledges the impending fall. And this looks like a nice Labor Day sale. Like, it's the long weekend, you're hitting the lake. It's still summer.
It sure is.
I did this one. I'm not as I feel like Tiffany and Kate are so good at rocks, and this is like my jam. Words on a rock. So I did that. Summer fun.
Great. So yeah, we will see you at the show today.
So we'll see you. Thank you for being with us. But yeah, tonight we have the show, Art Beat Studio, 62 Albert Street, the 4th floor. We're there from 5:30 to 9. Come check it out. Collaborative show with all of the artists. But we'll be here again next Friday, doing a live art demo. Here every Friday with Kate, with Tiff, whoever wants to join
A
us.
little advertisement for the next demo. It's going to be from all his photographs from Minnesota, from Kyoto
Oh,
Travels.
nice.
So there is a very beautiful cottage
Okay.
there. So that's something we're going to draw. I'm not using acrylic for that. We'll choose oil pastels.
Oil pastels, nice. So next week we'll be doing some work with oil pastels, some inspo from someone's photos who works with Art Beat. So bye, Tiff.
Bye.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Bye-bye.
Have a great weekend, everyone.